part of the team.
You are a part of the team. How about who's the oldest kid? Is Elijah the oldest? No, Andreas is the oldest.
Andres.
We'll make Andreas and Elijah watch all the kids.
Andres.
Why you look at me like?
That's what he says.
Andres.
But you gave me the.
All right.
I had to do the rolled R, and that's my face when I do the rolled R. Andres.
Looks like
Chicken. What?
constipation.
You read it right.
Oh, Jonathan's sticking up for me.
Yeah, don't be rude. I'd
What
take
did he
her.
say? Oh, don't be rude. I know, Elijah. Don't be rude. See, I can do that now because it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Elijah. Don't be rude. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with him?
Okay, you guys ready?
I don't know.
Let's do
Let
this.
me see what this because I don't have
I still my mic isn't on.
What is this show about?
It's not.
It's fine.
It's not. You guys did
You were
something.
no,
Okay.
we didn't.
Why'd you make that noise?
I don't have. There it is. Now it's back.
I need more coffee.
I just turned you up.
That's 'cause-
Thank you.
Okay. You don't have to be so loud.
Turn my headphones up. You got to see that Chappelle episode.
I'm not turning your headphones up. Last time I turned your headphones up, you
All right.
guys all took it off.
Let's go. 7.
Put some trouble in it. Put some trouble. And 0 is the countdown. Episode 48. Welcome to Prodigal Sons. Tuesday at 7:01. Cause we are never on time. We are never on time. Are you praising Jesus? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just.
What are you doing?
He's got the happy hands.
There's too many gnats around.
He's got the happy hands.
Welcome everybody. It's Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, so you know exactly what that means. I didn't mean to be too loud, Sarah. I'm sorry. I'm usually super duper low. But Tom, last week tried to show me up and got super duper loud, extra excited, extra crazy, all the extra movement. So I got to try and do the same thing as the lights just went out.
I had to do something to get this energy
As the
back.
lights just went out everywhere else.
I think it's the
And the
snowstorm.
lights are shining on us
When the
now.
lights go down in the city.
Are we gonna keep going? No? All right. Okay, all right, we're done. So, I'm gonna introduce you to everybody because last week 2 key members were missing,
Who?
but the people they had
Nobody was
filling-
missing last week.
The people they had filling in for the 2 key members were amazing. It was the 2 guys that were here that needed a little bit of help. But, so we're gonna go down the line. All right, I'm gonna introduce everybody, but I'm gonna we're gonna start with the best. Hi, Sarah.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing great. Shawn brought me a latte.
He
I
brought
feel
you.
very loved.
He brought you a latte
He brought me a latte.
and not a little.
Not a little latte.
Got you.
Just a lot of caffeine.
Who's that giggling kid over there next to you?
Oh my goodness, this is Elijah, my wonderful assistant and producer.
Hi, Elijah.
He did say hi. I'm not sure if you heard it.
That was a good one. To my far right, Dave.
Let's get this over with before the snow comes in.
How are you?
We
Dave?
don't want to get the service canceled.
Don't worry. Don't worry. People will call it, and nothing will happen.
We're gonna get snowed in. Let's go.
All right. I'm sorry. That's Dave. If you're not listening, if you can't see, I'm pointing to Dave. Hi, Dave.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Let's
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Rookie pastor.
Don't cancel the show.
Rookie pastor.
We're live right now. Don't cancel us. All right?
Shawn, the audience loves you.
Shawn!
How are you?
Wait, that's
1
Shawn?
and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. He was working out. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Y'all hating on Shawn. Y'all hating on Shawn. How you doing, Shawn?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great, man.
Thank you, man.
You are, man.
I do have to say, though, last week, for some reason, they have my schedule messed up. For some reason, these guys thought I was meeting Richard Simmons on Tuesday. It was Wednesday. We went to go get perms together, and they just
Did
had the
you
wrong
eat
date.
him?
No, but he's not near as
What
quick
is
as
he,
he used to
Kirby?
be.
Yeah.
Did you meet him?
I said, did you eat him?
Oh, yeah. Did you eat him?
No.
No.
He ate his juices and berries and fruits.
Did you shave his head and put it on? Or?
No, I shaved the beard and just stuck it on.
Wow.
Nobody
good
else got the
job.
Coming to America reference but Tom. Love it. That was a rare one too, because you don't watch a lot of movies.
So they shaved the beard, left you the handlebar, which is very 80s and cool, by the way. Very
Yeah, I was trying to keep it in theme with, Richard Simmons was cool in the 80s, Hulk Hogan was cool in the 80s, so I tried to keep the handlebar mustache guy. It was a whole theme.
Yeah.
What would happen if Hulk Hogan wrestled Richard Simmons?
Or they had a baby.
Okay, that's just weird.
Y'all would get Shawn. That's what would happen.
what
You have
happens.
answered that
That's
question.
what happens. That's what happens.
Hulk
don't
Hogan,
need- you don't
Richard
need-
You
Simmons.
know how hard it was to get a perm with a bald head?
Yeah, I imagine it was very
So
hot.
they implant the hairs first and then perm them?
They just super glued him.
They super glued them with Gorilla Glue.
Yes, both.
You
Both.
know about that?
I know about the Gorilla Glue.
What's up, Tom?
Doing my homework.
Hi, look at Betty even said the same thing. With the Gorilla Glue.
Boy, Elijah, you know about the Gorilla Glue? Okay, Sarah, you know about the
Oh,
Gorilla Glue?
man.
Did you know about the Gorilla Glue?
I did, yeah. That's terrible.
I know.
You didn't know
I
about the Gorilla Glue?
No, I don't know
Shame
nothing.
on you. You knew nothing about the Gorilla Glue.
Are we doing this
Shame
whole
on-
show now?
Why not?
Is this the musical episode?
It's the musical
Why not?
episode. It's episode 48.
You know why? You know why we have to do this the whole show? Because of the topic. You know who makes us act like this? Who makes us act like this? Who makes us act out of character?
The kids.
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 Shows about children.
What kids?
Those darn
My mic.
the ones you left outside.
Oh, right, I have kids. Right, yeah, for sure, the kids.
Oh, you did? Yo, because somebody gonna let the kids in. We forgot.
He's still in the car.
Sorry. they're
I
in
can
the
bring
car.
them in. They can
No,
like raid
no,
this place.
No. This
if
is
you need a reminder.
No. This is like our.
This is our hour of
Bring
the
him
week.
in. Bring him in.
This is our fortunate. Really,
I will,
Tom?
I will hurt you.
You know they can roll you, right? But this episode today is about those darn children whom we love, who we care for, who we can't live without and can live without, but can't live without, if that makes any sense. Parents know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Richard, Shawn,
Yes, sir.
do you know your,
Yeah.
do you know your kids' birthdays?
I do.
Like all the time, you know them, or you
Mm-hmm.
just
Without the phone.
I tattooed him to my arm.
is that because you couldn't remember?
I'm not answering that question.
Elijah, you know your kids'
Yes,
birthdays?
I do.
Tom, you know your kids'
Yes, I
birthdays?
do.
I suck.
Tom, your mic does not need to be turned up. You're
does.
fine. No, it doesn't.
Nah, now it's fine.
We're going to turn it off.
I literally just turned it up.
I know. I can tell when you turn it down.
But you know what? When it comes to my son, it's funny because my kids are mixed, right? So my daughter has a birthday that in Japan is, I believe, Boys' Day, but is a Mexican holiday here.
What did you just say?
Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo.
Si, senor,
Wait, that's a boys' day
in Japan.
for once I
Yeah,
huh.
in Japan.
Is Brian Canton watching? Can you cuz he would know.
So would I. So would I. I remember him having a blue fish hanging on the door.
Yeah.
When before he even had a little sister.
Wow.
Fun
So,
fact.
so you all know your kids' birthdays like all the time.
All the time.
Like I gotta really concentrate on that.
I put them on Facebook so I get message when their birthday is.
That's smart.
That's one way to do it.
No. But my kids are on Facebook.
But the problem is you need to know like a couple days before their birthday.
See, that's what's going to be interesting about the show is that you all are on the same kind of like my kids are all adults now.
Do you
so-
get your brain back when your kids grow up, or is it gone forever?
It's gone with your money, probably.
I just feel like my brain overheated a couple of years ago, and I'm just in this like meltdown mode of just
That is a long meltdown.
sizzling brain synapses, and like I can't remember.
You feel like the
anything.
80s drug commercial? This is your
Is
brain
that
on
where your
drugs?
hair
This is your brain on kids.
This is your
Yeah.
brain on just
Yeah.
dropping eggs on the hot pan.
Literally the day that Allison, like 2 days after Allison came home from the hospital, I just buzzed my head because my hair was going away.
That's why I started shaving my head, because Andres, when he was little, he would just yank the heck out. I used to have really long hair.
But
That's the pregnancy haircut, right?
pregnancy haircut.
The what?
Yeah, women, whenever they get pregnant, they'll chop their hair short so it's easier to manage.
No, I wasn't pregnant. It
So
was
you
my
guys
wife.
did that too?
I feel like I'm pregnant. I mean,
I'm pregnant now.
Well,
pretty
Richard
sure.
Simmons still swimming around there, probably.
Speaking of which, do we know if I tried to take a couple weeks off from this weight loss competition to try to let you catch up? Did you catch up?
I don't know. I don't know where we're at with the
Are you still
numbers.
Are you still losing?
I'm still losing. I'm down to 314.
All right, I'm back up to 440. So
Wow. Well, that's
Oh, that's a good time.
that's inconvenient.
Well, it was weird. I mean, I was kicking your butt so bad that I thought I'd give it
Decided to
a
go backwards to give
couple
me.
of weeks.
I appreciate that.
Went on a little
that.
bender or two, and 4.
Did you make any more euros?
Yeah.
I'm making those tomorrow.
Awesome.
So all right, it's game on again. All right,
All right.
just so you know,
So yeah, I didn't
Break
look
time's
at where
over.
the numbers were at all today. So
Yeah. We'll figure it out. All right, well that's it. That was episode number 48.
48. Yeah.
10 minutes, just like we wanted. Perfect.
Just,
Wow,
just like
that's
that.
awesome.
7, 10.
So now we can use the
that's
rest
good
of
because
the
this
time
wig
to-
is getting hot. I don't know how much longer I
But
can
now
wear
we
it.
can use the rest of the time to take a nap because we won't get any rest when we go back home.
But we'll still stay on till 8 o'clock napping.
Yo, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm sure people will watch. Those who are listening won't
They're
be too
snowed in
excited.
at home anyway.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, the ice. They can't go anywhere.
So, question for you before we go into all the kids' games and kids' questions and yada yada yada. What is crunk?
Yeah, what is crunk?
Crunk
You
means,
you tried to yell at me last week because I said something was crunk and you said that is not crunk.
No, crunk has multiple meanings. is
What's
what I should've
crunk?
told you. It can be an attitude. It could be a style of dance.
The style of music. What kind of music?
Yeah, I don't think they play that in elevators.
Not the elevators we go.
The elevators all you hear is.
Actually, you should do that for the next 49 minutes, and we can all sleep.
Everybody
you do the
else will
elevator
sleep.
music.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, crunk music style. What is it?
Hype. It's the type of music that you'll probably drink about 5 Red Bulls and hit the dance floor.
Ah, Tom style.
No, he just likes the Red Bulls, not the dancing.
I've seen him
Do you like
dance.
the
What
dance?
is it, like techno?
No.
I always was told it
So
was
it's a
like
type of
country
mu-
rap. That's not it.
It's a type of music?
It's a feeling. That's how I can describe it. It's a feeling. Like if you.
Is
if
it
you
a
know what- you know
feeling
what
or is
crunk
it more than
you know
a
what
feeling?
You know what crunk is? Crunk is today's version of turning up.
Oh my goodness,
Turn
Jonathan gave us a whole list of what that is.
All right,
Turn up.
what's turn up?
That one I know.
Elijah, school him, son. Tell him what it is.
I am the youngest and oldest person on this table.
Wow. What-
Okay,
he-
so we got Crunk by Jonathan, a type of hip hop music characterized by repeated shouted catchphrases and electronic dance music.
Catchphrases
like this.
Or
gonna snow.
very
Let me show
excited
you.
or
Hold
full
on.
of energy.
Oh, we're gonna get an example.
I mean,
For
you wanna give an
example, get crunk.
I'd like to get.
You know who's the king of crunk? Yeah.
Well, Wayne.
Okay. Him, Lil Jon.
Really?
Yes,
Okay. All
That's,
right.
that's what. Doesn't he seem crunk?
I'm honing in on it.
Doesn't he seem crunk?
He absolutely
Oh, yeah.
seems crunk.
Right?
He seems something.
Jonathan, please
So like
be
James
safe.
Brown?
Your hair is amazing.
With
Like that.
Shawn's hairstyle, would that be crunk? It seems to be loud.
I can't say what that is as a Christian.
Do you like the highlights though? Like the highlights are beautiful.
I
they
think
did a
if
heck
you
of a
went
job.
straight to the bowling alley and started disinfecting shoes, they would be very happy.
That's why I was late. That's why I was late tonight. That's why Elijah had to sit in for me for a minute. I was spraying shoes. They had an overload of shoes, so I had to go in and spray them real fast.
You put 6s with 9s, you just turn them around. That's the same thing.
Apparently, once you grow a hairstyle like this, that you're the first person they call at the bowling alley. Like I didn't even know I worked there. Apparently, I've been working there for 15 years.
Could we? Let's.
He
Okay.
said once you
I have
grow a
a.
hairstyle like this.
I have an idea for a promo. Okay, follow me here.
Mm.
Shawn does an interview at a bowling alley with that wig on.
I think Shawn should preach with that wig on.
No, we're not doing that. That's too far. That's too much.
I'm listening to the
I
show with
honestly
my eyes
don't. I don't even think they'd blink if you went to like a really old bowling
How
alley.
about I do a sermon with a table in front of me with bowling shoes and I spray them with this wig on during the sermon?
We should. Yeah.
It's right
I don't know how I'm
going
going to tie that together to the Bible, but I'll have my hands full apparently.
I think you go sit across from the manager of the old bowling lanes. All right. You sit across from the manager to interview for the shoe disinfecting job. And that manager is going to resign on the spot and give you.
You just hand me the keys.
He's gonna
He
hand
takes
you the
off the big
keys.
ring. He's like, hold on.
You get,
He's like, I don't deserve this anymore. You are the king of the bowling
he's
alley.
going to go in the back, get his duffel bag because he's got the cot in the back. Because it's always there.
Do you bowl on Shabbos?
I do.
Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
Which job is? What did you say?
I don't roll on Shabbos.
I don't know what that is. What did you
Look
say?
it up.
He said, look it up on your own time.
All right. What's your highest score in bowling?
42.
That is terrible. What's your highest score in bowling?
Would you throw one ball?
My highest score was probably, I think I bowled like 135 one time.
228.
That's respectable.
You have a 300, don't you?
No, I don't have a 300.
What do
I
you
have
have?
a 283 though.
Do you
Nice.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did that once. I just added them all up.
I bet you did.
How many games did that take?
A lifetime.
Dave was like, I got a strike. They got a strike. I'm just gonna add all of theirs up. and put it
Oh,
away.
Jonathan's got the 300.
Oh, Jonathan. Yeah.
Do you have the gold pin that goes with it, Jonathan?
We're going to need proof of that.
Yeah, it might be a ring. Send us a picture.
I have.
Yeah,
you
send a picture to one of us so we can get it
It
on.
only counts if it was done at a sanctioned bowling alley.
It
And
doesn't.
I have the proof to prove that I had a 700 series, which was a 237, a 250 something, a 280 something, and I bowled 100 pins over average, and I have a pet for the
Listen,
big.
I've been
four.
spraying shoes for 15 years. I ain't never seen you bowl like that.
That's because when I was bowling, the lanes were real wood.
I'm curious when I'm curious when Jonathan rolled a 300 if he had rented shoes on. You think he had rented shoes on?
I don't think so.
You think that was a little?
He was
bug-
using one of those pink 16-ounce balls. He
Yeah.
just the pink swirly.
The little 8-ounce ball.
Yeah, a little 8-ounce ball. The bugs are nipping at his toes.
He
the
wanted a
shoes.
challenge. He took a candle pin ball to a 10-pin bowling. You guys don't know what candle pin is, do you?
I don't know what the...
Wow, you don't.
You don't know what candle pin is? So the pins are they're thin. They look like a candle,
Okay.
and then it's a ball about the size of a softball. As opposed to what we see, like the 10-pin we see here. The
Do you
bigger
throw
one.
it?
No, you roll it the same. It's just the pins are a
throw
lot
it.
thinner.
Oh.
But and the ball's only like the size of a
Cowardly.
softball.
Oh, I said on the grass?
No, that's bocce.
Oh, that's bocce?
Is that the one with the darts you throw up in the air and hope they don't puncture your skull?
Yeah, you just
That's long
close your
darts.
eyes, spin around a few times, throw it, and hope it doesn't hit you on the way down.
That's the same one.
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
that the one where you throw the frisbee inside of it?
That's
No,
can
that's
jam.
can jam.
What's the one with the stick with the thing at the bottom like the mallet and you whack the ball with it?
Croquet.
Oh, it's with the wood with the hole where you throw that little beanbag in it?
That's cornhole.
It's like is it the one with the little racket with the little thing with the you knock it over the?
Badminton,
Is it the one with the little stick and you throw the rings on it?
horseshoes,
Oh.
or queights, depending on where you're from.
Oh.
We're
oh.
closing in on it though.
You're getting close. You'll figure it
I
out.
think we're getting close.
Look it up on your time.
Have a game? My man. Do we have a game?
We do have a game.
All right.
Play a game.
Are you all done? Wasn't that scene from like Courageous or something?
From where?
Courageous or Facing the Giants or one of those movies?
I don't know. I just think
Probably.
we're a bunch of weird guys.
Well, you're certainly fathers. So.
This is true.
There
Dad
you
jokes.
go.
Dad jokes aplenty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I got some dad questions for you.
Oh my.
Okay. These are would you rather questions. Would you rather find a months-old sippy cup filled with milk, or find a faucet that's been on all day long
Depends.
Faucet.
Hang on a second. Where's the sippy cup?
in your
Doesn't
car?
matter.
What time of
Doesn't
year is it?
matter.
Yeah. What time of year is it?
In your car in the summer.
Oh,
Faucet all day.
faucet.
Okay.
Sippy
Faucet.
cup all day.
Because you just throw it away, right?
No. Is
The
sippy
faucet
cup-
running? How long?
All day long.
No, I will be
You know,
living.
hang on a
No,
second.
Sippy cup.
I'm changing my tune. I'm gonna go with faucet because the sippy cup you don't even have to smell it because they're like pressurized. You just throw it away.
Yeah, so you're done.
Yeah, $2 later you got a new sippy cup. Done.
$2. With
Yeah, but
kids,
that's
dollar
smell.
store.
Dollar
I'm gonna go
store.
with you. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
change my answer. Sippy cup. Yeah.
Sippy cup.
If you said a spilled sippy cup,
Or like a,
Would you rather get a wiggly kid into a snowsuit or apply sunscreen to a wiggly kid?
Oh, well, I just throw the kid in the snowbank until they
Yeah, I know.
complain that they're cold, and then they can put their own suit on.
for me, sunscreen, because I just spray it on them.
Yeah,
Spin around.
yeah. I switched to the
then
spray.
they don't close their eyes.
Oh well.
Yep,
Yeah.
they'll figure it out real quick.
Oh well.
well, hopefully they close their mouth too.
You know what? You know what? They don't have to close their eyes when I throw them in the pool. It'll wash off their face anyway.
Yeah, just look. Open your eyes underwater. You'll be fine.
Yeah, we switched to the spray like first kid 2 years in. Like, there's just
I made the mistake of doing that when Teresa was born. I was slathering Andres up for years.
oh really every day. Just
Didn't matter.
wintertime. Just
25 degrees outside.
Well,
Hey, you gotta keep that SPF.
the sun's out there. It'll sneak up behind you when you least expect it. Well,
it could reflect off the snow and the ice, you know, because it's everywhere. You have to close
if
things
you
down.
lather them up in sunscreen, you could get them in a snowsuit a lot easier.
You just slide them right in.
That's funny. I just see Andres out there just pale, just.
Our panel is divided, and so is our audience on this one. So we'll move on. Would you rather go grocery shopping with a tired kid or go to Target with a hungry kid?
Go to Target with a hungry
Target,
kid. I'll open
definitely.
something right
Yeah.
there, feed him, and then pay for it
Target.
when I get up there.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
Target.
Yeah.
But you know what? Target's whack now because they used to have the little spot where you can get snacks, and it would be like you can get popcorn and a drink, and it'd be like $2.50, and it'll keep the kids. Look, we parents, right? It'd be like $2.50. They get a drink, popcorn, and the popcorn lasts forever, so they won't eat it quick and ask for anything else.
I thought you were talking about. Did you guys ever see the candy aisle where they have the lids and all the candy, that free candy that's there?
The free candy.
So, no joke, when I was a kid, my dad was like a salesman, and I think he wanted us to be very comfortable talking to people. And so at the grocery store, he would make us, we wouldn't steal it, he would make us go ask an employee if we could have free samples. And then we would go get free samples.
There you go.
Just saying.
There's one way.
That's integrity.
Sampled
Yeah.
like a pound of candy every time we went to the grocery store.
But at least you didn't feel guilty.
Well, whatever.
You didn't.
I
you
didn't care. I got candy.
Be like, can I take a free sample of this hoagie?
Yeah. But I'm with Tom. Go directly to the grocery section, rip a bag open, give it to the kid.
Yeah.
But I
and
take
then you
it
just
one
pay for it
further.
up front.
You get
No,
healthy.
I take it one further, and I go up there. I'm like, I don't know. I was gonna buy this, but it's open. Can I get a discount on it?
I just drop it in the clothing aisle. Wait, I'm kidding. I don't do that.
I don't know. My son is different. I'll try to give him chips or something. He'll be like, nah, there's sushi over there. No sushi. Well, what about that lettuce over there? Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that healthy stuff.
Yeah, some of that
Jason's the
romaine.
same way. Like, oh, let's get some cupcakes. He's like, well, there's,
Iceberg.
broccoli and
Yeah.
there's
Wow,
some.
Dad, look at that hummus.
No, yeah. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. You get the hummus, I get the chips.
He doesn't eat his own birthday cake.
Let me tell you guys something. Real quick, since we're talking about cheese Danish, right? You know how Instruments has the cheese Danishes sometimes? Got one from Lidl. My son never tried it. So I said, you can try it. You can try it. I didn't have any.
After this month.
I went to work. I came back, and there was like a quarter of it left. It was about yay long. It was like a quarter of it left.
But it was
That's
all,
like a foot
was all
long.
the cheese cut out and he just put the pastry part together?
No.
That is a seriously.
Well, they don't put the cheese all the way to the ends.
No, they don't.
They have those big ends without the cheese.
They
That is
don't.
that is an expert move right there. Just
Yeah.
close
That
it
is-
up.
that is-
You start at the middle and work your way out and close it.
and then you look at what happened. Shrinkage.
Yeah, it's the
Happens.
it's the packaging.
Yeah. Too
Is
much
it-
condensation in the kitchen.
Is this true, Elijah? Did you eat all the Danish?
It's not true because when he came home from work, he ate another quarter of it, and I only ate half.
Prove it.
That's not how I heard it.
That's not what happened.
That's not how I heard it. We need a lie detector. Let's get a polygraph up in here.
You know those don't actually work, right?
Yeah. I know.
Hey, scientists, please.
I know. Don't
Please.
ruin it with my science.
Please.
Yeah. Don't bring science in here.
Yeah.
We're trying to have a
It's
factual
a church.
argument.
We don't talk science in here.
This is 2021. Leave your facts out of it. We'll make them up and scream them loud.
Oh.
While Tom stands
That
in the
hurts.
corner and does this.
All right. What do we got? We got more?
Yeah, we got two more.
All right.
Okay. Would you rather be at 35,000 feet and clean a diaper blowout,
Oof.
or have your child vomit in the car on the freeway?
Oh, not 35,000 feet, but I had a blowout on a train with Andres when he was little, which I think is just as bad 'cause it's a little tiny bathroom to try and work in. And I've had vomit. Both of my children vomited in my car on the free. You just had that happen recently, didn't you?
It was a couple of years ago, but yeah, it was. I won't forget that smell till the day I die.
Still in my car. Still, I can't get the smell out.
That was in Puerto Rico in a rental car.
Thank God.
Jesus. It was a rental car.
For me, about 3 weeks ago, my daughter puked all in the car. It was so. Oh my god. We were like a half hour. We were driving for 5 hours. We were a half an hour from home.
She knew it.
And she just was
She
like.
set the timer.
You know how I knew something was up? Because she was quiet.
Quiet.
And she does not sit quiet. She was just looking out the window, and then all of a sudden, I was like, I started thinking, and then it sounded like somebody like poured, like threw a bucket against the wall. It was like splat. And then Elijah was sitting in the passenger seat, he went like this.
Did you blame Jonathan for that?
It is Jonathan's fault because Jonathan and Aunt Ashley gave her pancakes and chicken sausage and Go-Gurts and all this cool stuff.
Good job, Jonathan.
Way to go,
But
buddy.
then it was
We appreciate that.
But I didn't help to it because I gave her pepperoni and cheese and then.
Nice.
And then you shook her up in the car.
Listen, when Andres did it to me, we were leaving Boston. We were about 30 minutes outside of the city, and all of a sudden I hear, Dad, everywhere. I had to pull over on 95 and then had to drive. And then I hit traffic in New York. It was a 12-hour trip coming home because of traffic. I had to sit in the car for 12 hours. And it was summertime. It was like July.
See, I would have thrown up. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I thought about just selling the car on the side of 95 and buying a new one.
You call the insurance company. Hey, listen, I'm going to need full coverage on this baby.
Just tell Andres, get out for a minute. I'm just driving this thing into.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this off because, audience, I have literally heard all of these stories and all of these jokes like 3 weeks ago when they got out their puke jokes.
No, that was
before the show.
I can't believe that you didn't let us do a puke episode. We wanted to do a
Yeah,
whole
seriously.
puke
We're done.
episode.
I remember a blow.
Join
Also,
us-
Amin says, I will sit on the freeway. I am afraid of heights. And I feel that.
Yeah,
Join us next week for our blowout episode.
I have not answered the question. I'm going to answer it quick. Definitely the airplane because it's not my airplane. That's
Yeah,
the
but you
only
got to clean
reason.
it.
I got to clean it, but I can leave it.
No, you don't.
That's true.
Don't they have
Just take them against the counter and just scrape it.
Nope. Okay, next question.
You asked the question. You asked the question.
Oh, I can't believe who picked that question.
Oh, you picked. I thought Sarah picked it. Okay. All right,
As
next.
someone who has children in her life but has not yet claimed them, I'm going to leave this conversation away. Okay, final question. The classic one. Would you rather step on a Lego or be headbutted by a toddler?
That's so bad both
What?
ways.
What's the other one?
Be headbutted by a toddler or step on a Lego.
I think we know. We're just guessing where the headbutting is going to be.
Stepping on a Lego.
I don't know. Have you ever been headbutted in the face by a toddler? Their heads are made of concrete.
It's not fun. And then they laugh.
They think it's hilarious.
They laugh. Your
And
lips
you have like,
busted.
you have like a black eye, broken nose.
I'm going to go with the Lego.
I'm gonna go with the Lego.
It stinks, but that's just the way it is. It's better than.
Man, I'm gonna go with a Lego.
I'm gonna go with the Lego.
Yeah, at
Absolutely.
least with the Lego, it only hurts for a few minutes. The headbutt, you end up with a broken eye socket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lego.
Jonathan, tell us more. Ashley's nose is still what?
It's just still. It
It's
doesn't.
just-
Most people's don't.
A crooked nose from a headbutt. Oh my goodness, you poor thing, Ashley.
Oh. Ooh.
Everyone
Small
agrees
tucking.
Lego. And
Yeah.
on that note,
Because Lego's rough, but I mean, it's a 2-minute problem.
He busted. Elijah busted a few lips in his day.
Which kid was the worst as a baby?
This is for you three.
Wait, where's my daughter?
she's in there.
She's in the other room.
Yeah, I think that's basketball. What? No.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, it's because you got a kid in the room.
Got a witness. I can't do it, man. I'll tell y'all.
I guess I
later.
got to answer that.
Yeah,
Tell
which
y'all
one of yours
later.
was the
Tell
worst?
y'all later.
Like, how old are we talking? Like,
It doesn't matter. Which one? The baby.
I would never.
Baby.
both of mine were pretty good. Andres was harder because all he did was sleep. Like, I had to put a mirror under his nose half the time to make sure he was still alive because he wouldn't wake up to eat. He wouldn't wake up with a wet or poopy diaper. He just slept all the time. Now, Teresa, because
Children's
she was
Motrin, huh?
yeah, Jack
Well, it's
Daniels. Jack Daniels. I thought he was teething. 2 months old. But Teresa was because she was born premature, so she was on a heart monitor for the first year of her life. So if she was asleep and moved, it was like the radioactive alarm going off. Like I thought like Chernobyl was exploding again.
Yeah.
So that made it harder with her, but she was a good baby. She just, because of that, it was more difficult, I think.
I think my middle was the worst because my first one was so good as a baby and toddler that when everybody told me how hard it was to be a parent, I thought they were smoking crack because my first one was just so easy, and then my second one came along and I was not prepared.
All right.
Not prepared.
Thank you. You said it, because that is exactly it. Like, I'm not saying it because he's in the room, but Elijah was the best baby, best toddler, completely skipped terrible twos, and his sister grabbed all
of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Yep. It's like
All
one
of
kid
it.
walked by the buffet line and the other one just picked up the platters.
That's it.
And started throwing it on the floor.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, these fries aren't hot. Ah!
Yeah, I was like, there's no terrible twos, there's no terrible threes. What's up with this? There's no
Yeah.
these kids are
You
easy.
thought everybody was liars.
Yep. I was like, give me 10 more of these kids. They're
You're lying.
easy.
This kid's amazing. Then the sister came through. She came through here like she'd been here before. I'm telling you.
Like she owned the place.
I'm telling you, she, even right now, I gotta lower my voice. She might come to the door and stare at me.
Just looking through like she already knows.
Elijah's like, just don't tell her I said this.
Just don't.
She's in the other room. She's flipping the butterfly knife right now. She's like,
Butterfly knife, one hand, nunchucks in the other hand.
So is this like some conspiracy like written into our genes to make you have more kids?
I don't.
Coming from someone who doesn't, I need to be warned.
I think it's
No.
just that the first kid shows up and goes, okay, this is an adult household. We're going to behave responsibly. And the second kid shows up and goes, I'm going to even it up. It's 2-on-2
see,
now.
what it is that's how you know God has a sense of humor. He's like, I'm going to subtly put them into the first one and make them think this is great. And he goes, I got you now.
Make me
Enjoy
more
that.
followers.
This is for you.
So
This is how I feel.
we have a question here. Do any of your kids have weird habits?
I just said it. Like my son, everybody else will like eat chips or candy. Like he does that, but I literally have to buy a head of lettuce because he'll go in, sit on the couch,
Just eat the lettuce.
just eat lettuce.
You just eat the lettuce. Okay.
All right. Yeah, Andres is he just turned 18 in September. I think he's had 18 bites of birthday cake. He literally will just take a bite to appease his mother,
Wow.
and then goes and eats an apple because he feels bad about eating the bite of cake.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Not
doesn't.
because he doesn't like cake, but because he feels bad.
No, I'm kidding about the apple, but no, he doesn't. He'd rather go eat a bowl of apples than eat cake. Like he's
but I'm
not,
saying, is it because of the taste or because of the health factor?
no, I don't know. Like he'll eat every once in a while. Like he'll get a pastry or something, but he just is not like a sweets, cake, ice cream kind of kid. He'll be like, Dad, can we get ice cream? I'll buy like a half-gallon ice cream that I like. I'll buy one Teresa likes. I'll buy one that Andres likes. Mine will be gone in like a day and a half. Teresa's will last like a week. And like 4 months later, I throw Andres' away because it's all freezer burned. And there's like one scoop out, like one spoonful. I'm like, you are so wasteful.
That's the same way I am. I don't eat. If I buy ice cream, I don't eat it.
Yeah, which reminds me, when you get a
I don't eat anything.
cheesecake again,
Yeah.
and you think you have too much, could you? Let me know?
No. See,
This-
I wouldn't even eat. I wouldn't eat. I've never had cheesecake. No.
Not even when I made it.
Nope.
And brought you-
Didn't have it.
Okay.
I just wanted you to feel good about dropping it off. So when you
is
left, I threw it away.
There's such a thing as too much cheesecake.
No.
You guys didn't weigh in this week?
Yeah,
Well,
we
we did
talked about
weigh
that.
in.
Where have you been?
I was turning out.
Apparently, you were
Well,
not
here's
here.
something for you. Betty Rivera
Yeah, that's all. That's not true.
said that my kids were all good. I was blessed.
You see the
Betty,
wink?
Betty,
see
you
the
can't
wink,
lie
wink?
to a pastor. That's not right.
You see the wink?
She
wink?
didn't do a wink, to be fair, but I can feel it in my soul.
You can, okay. All right. As long as
Her
That's-
kids all turned out good. They weren't all good growing up.
That's because Betty had a chancla. That's why.
Well,
That's why her
yeah.
kids were good. And she was deadly accurate with it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is this?
it's a shoe.
A chancla.
It's a shoe.
Like a sandal.
My mom could be across the room and she will get me.
They will use it like a boomerang. Like, boom, boom, hit the kid, come right back, put the shoe on out the door.
Is this all women or Puerto Rican women?
It's a,
It's a lot of Puerto Rican women. I don't know if it's all women, but yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
My mother had a bell.
A bell or a belt? I thought he was a bell.
Or
I'm like the
shoe.
Liberty Bells beating you with
Or a
it.
Hot Wheels racetrack. No, I'm just
Dad had a monkey wrench.
you can dodge a monkey wrench.
My dad had a monkey.
Wow. And here you are.
There. All right. So, do you have any good dad jokes? Or when did dad jokes start becoming a thing? Because we know they're universal.
But we don't know their dad jokes until somebody
Until
says.
someone points it out.
It's like,
I disagree.
Okay.
I know my jokes are corny, but I don't say them to make them laugh. I say them to make me laugh. They make
I do
me
that a
laugh.
lot too.
I don't, you know.
Tell me a dad joke.
To me, they're spontaneous. It's not like anything I have stored in my head. It's just
Yeah, it's an in the moment thing, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know any dad jokes.
You do. You just don't know that they're dad
think of
jokes
any.
'cause
You just don't
they're super
realize it.
cool.
Allison slipped and banged into the wall the other day, and I asked her if the wall was okay. That's kind of a dad joke. Oh my
so
gosh,
you're
is the
saying
wall
that,
okay?
that dad's jokes aren't funny.
Exactly. Dad jokes are not
Oh, so
funny.
it's not jokes about that. It's just that
No,
when a dad says
it's-
a joke, it's not funny.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm very funny.
How are you like as old as you are and
'Cause
not
I'm
know
not-
what a dad joke is?
Because I don't do dad jokes.
If you look, it's snowing outside.
A lot of ice on the ground.
A lot of ice.
Real quick, future predictions for your kids. What will they grow up to be? Real quick.
Andres is going to be Matthew McConaughey from Failure to Launch. We're living in my basement at 36 years old.
That's not funny.
It is funny.
The funniest part is he doesn't have a basement.
It's very true.
He's gonna be under the rug.
Just going to cut a hole in the floor and stuff him in there.
I think my son will be cooking somewhere abroad, and my daughter is going to be telling somebody what to do.
How many
Probably her brother.
different ways are there to cook lettuce?
Couple.
I mean, he might add a mushroom in there. He eats tomatoes. No, he doesn't eat. He doesn't eat tomatoes. Celery. He was asking for couscous the other day.
Couscous.
Let me tell Elijah about my grandmother's secret recipe number 1.
Love.
Now, secret recipe number 1 is you take cabbage and you just chop it up and you just
Throw it away.
saute it in butter. And it's very delicious.
And then you
Highly
throw it away.
recommend.
And then add steak.
And then you throw
Get
that.
your Polish on. Let's have some cabbage.
Then you throw
need
that
some
all in the
vitamins.
trash and you get a burger.
Minus the lettuce.
Or you can put it on the burger and say you did eating healthy.
You were trying.
I liked it my way.
I like it your way too.
Okay, so Allison's going to be a literature teacher. Emily's going to be a rocket scientist. Abby's going to be very, very sweet. And hopefully taking care of her
Abby's
parents.
gonna be very sweet.
Because I definitely see her failure to launch too. I'm just hoping that she at least cooks.
This is on the internet, so this is there forever. I can't wait till somebody shows her this one.
Well,
Wait till we do a reunion show in 10 years,
Yeah,
and we
right?
come back and be like, we weren't wrong.
yeah.
I'm gonna be in a wheelchair, and I was gonna be like, "How you like your lettuce, Dad?"
He's gonna be throwing shredded lettuce in his face.
I want a burger. No, lettuce only. Can I get salt and pepper? No, lettuce only.
Got a bow and arrow. Here's some celery.
Oh. I'd be remiss. Which is better, boys or girls? You guys can answer this honestly.
I plead the fifth. You know what? Boys are fun, girls are sweet. That's my answer.
Yeah, boys you can be rough and tumble with, and your daughter is like tea parties and cupcakes.
Not true, because KJ beats up her brother.
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
mine does
My
too.
daughters-
I was trying to be polite on air. I already said enough bad things already, so I figured, you know what? No, yeah.
We're honest, right? We're honest, right? We're honest men.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
life.
No, I'm rough and tumble with both my kids. I treat them both like they're WWE wrestling dummies, and I
do
just
too.
toss them.
I do too, but KJ, I don't know what it is. When she sees her brother pent down, like when we're wrestling and we're playing, and I'll have him pent, like you just see horns come out, and she just, the steam, and she just runs. She just, and I'm like, no. It's like, boom. He's like,
I've taken many a kick because Teresa's like running across the room, like ready to punt his face into the next century,
Yeah.
and I have to like duck and take it in the back of the head so he doesn't take it in the face.
I'm telling you, it's because you're the oldest. That's what it's about. You're the oldest. She's coming for you.
All I know is I got 3 girls, and every time I see one of my friends that has boys, I'm just like, oh, thank God that wasn't me. Because I don't think I have the energy for it.
Really?
Yeah, I like
Just wait a couple years.
I
See,
like
if
the
your
tea
boy was-
parties and
That flips.
cupcakes.
Yeah, definitely.
When they get older,
Look,
Oh, I'm moving out. No, I'm moving out.
I mean, take it from Jen. Jen just said, come to my house. So I can only imagine with a bunch of teenage daughters. Jen, we love you, but you're on your own. Sorry.
Yeah,
There's no way.
I got like 2 more years that I'm living in the house, and then I'm going to move out. I'm getting a camper in the backyard.
that's your best bet.
Yeah, camper in the backyard. Not giving anybody the key. Yeah, that's how it's going.
Oh, they'll find a way. Cause remember, they're sweet. Remember, Dad. KJ, so like I'm like KJ, knock it off. But I love you. Give me a hug.
Get behind me, Satan.
Well, I got something to say about that. Then let's get to the scripture. Let's see what the scripture has to say.
All right.
We're gonna go to Deuteronomy 6:6-7, and then I'm gonna read it, and then I'll tell you why I chose this one here.
Okay.
And you must commit yourselves wholeheartedly to these commands that I am giving to you today. Repeat them again and again to your children. Talk about them when you are at home, when you are on the road, when you're going to bed, and when you're getting up. And the reason I chose that is because right now, as we sit here, you guys were answering all your questions, and I kind of just sat back and let you guys answer questions because I am at a different time in my life than you guys are, right? So all my kids, not only is it a blended family, right? So I wasn't there for the growing up of 2 of my kids, but they're all 18, and I'm a grandfather now, so it's just a complete different stage. But what's beautiful about this right here is that it's telling you not only to tell your children about Jesus, tell the children about the laws and about what God wants us to do. But the important thing that it goes into is live it. Don't just teach it. Live it by what you're doing every day, right? Kids are constantly looking at us, right? So in my situation, coming into a family, I adopted the other 2 kids, but coming into this family like this, it wasn't like I brought them up, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of my father or my parenthood to them is by what I do, the way I act, by the daily things that I do that shows them, man, everything this guy does, everything he does revolves around Jesus. He even puts Jesus above our mom, and that's important for me to know that. And Claire's the same way. And I think it's so important when we bring kids up to have them see that in you, see what God is doing in your life and have them be part of that. And that's the main reason I brought that scripture up, because I think it's so important to not just teach, but live and have them watch you live that kind of life.
And also keep them around people who are living the same life.
Yeah.
That's why I love the fact that he's here, because you guys are great examples of that. So I love it. You too, Sarah. Even though you don't pay attention to us sometimes, you be on Twitch and
Excuse me,
Twitter
I'm still playing Mario Kart.
Sorry. Sorry.
Can't interrupt Mario Kart.
Somebody gonna hit you with a turtle shell. You don't pay attention.
It's on.
Let's go. I like that though. I like that. That was a good description. Good choice.
What has God taught you through having children and raising children?
Are you asked? Is that a question you asked?
Did I ask it in the form of a question?
I don't know, because you were looking down as if you were about to continue.
Let's try this again.
Hey guys.
Hey guys,
There we go. Okay.
how has God taught you through the parenting process and having children?
Patience. Lots and lots and lots and lots of patience.
I think I have less patience now.
If you still have some, can I borrow some?
Seriously.
I just got it back. I didn't have it for a very long time. But Andres turned 18, so now he's not my problem anymore. I can put him out like Dino in the Flintstones. Just open the door, drop him on the doorstep, shut it, and just call it a night.
Amen.
Amen. Like I can do Tom. I can just love you. Call me next week.
Patience is a good answer. But for me, turning into my parents like my mom or my dad would be like, I just did the dishes, or I just cleaned the living room. I can do that with them. I just cleaned the dishes, just cleaned the living room. And 2 minutes later, why is there 6 dolls out here? Son, why is there 4 blankets out here? Why is there a can right here? Why is this right here? So what it's taught me is that my parents weren't wrong. Parenting is not easy, and you got to be able to take a deep breath and leave the room, take a deep breath, and then go right back at it.
Yeah, that's a good point about the understanding what a big problem is and what a little problem is, right? You know, little problems, take a breath, take a step back. We'll be through this in a few minutes. Big problems, take a breath, take a step back, and formulate a game plan. What about you, Tom? What do you think?
I don't think of anything.
You're just thinking about the ice and the snow outside?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
about Sunday, I'm still contemplating about how bad I feel.
Yeah, well, you should
Think,
close.
think we should shut the show down early and head home before the
I
ice
think
gets here.
I think they're calling for bad weather and about it's gonna get cold out there.
Oh,
Roads
it's
are gonna get iced up. We should get out of here.
Oh, come on,
We're-
guys.
we're gonna
Fill
call-
the audience in on the joke.
Okay, so Tom, apparently, I didn't even realize it was Tom's call, but Pastor Tom decided to close church on Sunday because of the ice.
There
And
wasn't any.
there was no ice or snow or
Well, it's
foul
'cause
weather. I'm pretty
He
sure
knew
it
it was
was
supposed
just.
to be 95 degrees on Sunday, so he wanted to go sun tanning. So he was sitting out in his yard tanning on Sunday.
It was
what-
like a crisp 40 degrees, slight breeze, partly sunny.
It was so
no
nice.
Precipitation.
It was so nice that when that when I heard that church was virtual, I was just like, oh, I was like, COVID's coming back. Like, did the numbers spike? All right, cool. We're just gonna be home. Like, I had no idea that it was weather related. I was like, oh,
Dave walked out to his door, walked outside. It's a lovely day. Kids playing across the street.
Birds are singing. It's an amazing day.
Listen, the
I saw
weather-
Tom out mowing the lawn,
With some jean shorts on,
cut off jean shorts.
Listen, they
His afro.
were calling for ice before, during, and after the service.
when? It's like Tuesday.
2 weeks ago.
No, they really were. I
No, they
stayed
were.
in Reading for that.
Listen, you know what,
He
Tom?
was-
Thank you, sir.
I'll save you, Tom. I helped him. I helped in that decision, and
Oh,
I'll take some of the credit.
What,
for
what
it.
did you guys use for reference? Like the 1986 Farmer's Almanac or something?
Yeah, it said on this day.
On this day?
No, it was like 19. It was the very first one.
did he pick it up next to
There was only
Gray's?
one farmer for the almanac.
Well, it was only one page. It said the end of the world is coming in 1902. That's all it said. It just said
So
read
that
this
was
365 days.
That was an Aztec tablet or
the
something.
Aztec
Or
tablet.
did you pick it up next to Gray's Sports Almanac when you went back to
I
the
did.
future?
I did. That's where I got it.
Okay.
The Aztec tablet. I like that. Can you talk to it? Like, hi, Aztec. Like Alexa? That's a dad
is it a
joke, right?
smart-
That is a dad joke. That is.
Ah, that's
Listen,
a bad joke.
Listen,
That's
do
a
you,
dad joke.
You
I
said,
get it.
you said
Anything
Alexa,
corny.
right? You said Alexa. You know who Alexa is, correct?
Yeah.
And Siri,
She's-
right?
Yeah.
Do you say Alexa?
No, I never say
How
that.
many people ever? How many you ever hear somebody say the wrong name
What?
instead of Alexa? Like
No.
they call it something different,
What
No,
are you
never.
talking?
What do you mean?
like Alexis, or like they say the name
Oh,
wrong.
Alexis. Oh, gotcha.
You've never seen that?
No, is
It's-
that a dad joke?
No, I got to show y'all a skit. It's because it's usually older people that just mess it up.
A
Mainly
grandparent
older black
joke.
people,
All right,
but-
let's pop this train back on the track.
All right,
One,
I can help with that. So Jonathan said something very nice. He said, being a parent gives you patience, love, and fear. What I mean by fear is that you've never been more scared than you are when you hold someone in your hands and their whole life is you and God.
yeah,
Hold on.
that's
deep,
pretty cool.
bro. Deep.
Yeah, that's
Gold star for you.
Why is he friends with Elijah if he's that deep? Anyway, the one thing God has taught me about through having kids is that, like, I think God's
Don't worry,
relationship
everybody
with
has that one friend.
yeah.
Not anymore. Just owning them. Your uncle now.
I think our relationship with our kids is like a beautiful metaphor for God's relationship with us. You know, like there's nothing that your kids can do that's going to make you stop loving them. They may make you upset. It might make you crazy for a second. It might, you know, depending on your parenting style, make you want to discipline them. But you never stop loving them. There's nothing they can do. They can be, for the Prodigal Sons podcast, they can be away from you. They can make bad decisions. You're still going to bring them back every single time with open arms. So that's one thing. The other thing is like seeing my kids be generous with each other and loving towards strangers and accepting towards everybody makes me happy as a parent. So that's like the way I think that God sees us. If we love each other, accept each other, help each other when we're down, hug each other when the other kid stubs their toe or something like that. That God is never happier than when his kids are loving each other.
I love seeing that. Like your kids, like they ever argue sometimes back and forth, Teresa.
Absolutely.
But you ever catch them in them rare moments when they're like on the couch together and he might have his arm around his sister, or they're just watching TV and you might want to go in and say something and you say no. I'm gonna leave. I like this scene right here. I'm gonna step back and what I have to say or do can wait. They're loving each other and I'm gonna leave it alone.
I had this moment like that on Sunday. We went out for Valentine's Day for lunch. We went to Olive Garden, and they were sharing, like, everybody got different soup. You get soup with your meal. And they were trying each other's soup and stuff. And then they were messing around. Like, Andres was, like, eating his soup. And then, like, Teresa was talking to me, and he reached over and grabbed, like, a spoonful of soup to mess with her. And then, she was doing it to him. And then they were sharing their food back and forth. So it was a really good time. Like, it was really awesome to hang out with them with that. It's crazy, like you said, like when your kids are doing something and you may not have talked about it, but they've seen you do it so often, it just becomes second nature to them. That's what I'm supposed to do because that's what my dad does or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you see, like I never have to tell Andres to like, hey, go help somebody or anything. Like he just, boom, he's there. He just does it on his own. And Teresa, like she's got this amazing gift to just know when somebody's like in a bad mood or upset and just go, and want to talk to them. Like it's crazy to see because that's the kind of stuff that, I do. And just to see that in my kids, like to see them just take on those, those skills or those traits without even having like conversations about it and just seeing them living better than it was fun. I just talked to my dad on Valentine's Day. I called him. He had surgery. And so I called to see how he was doing. And we were talking. And it was a conversation we probably should have had years ago, about when I was a kid. And so he was telling me, he said, he was telling me that I'm a better dad than he's ever was. And I said, but doesn't that mean you did your job?
Yeah.
Because isn't that our job to make our kids better than us? So instead of like, because we've had some fights over the years about my childhood. And so I told him, I said, I'm at a point where I don't look at the bad things that happened when I was a kid because if I took 100 memories from when I was a kid, there might have been 5 or 6 that were really bad, but we always take those 5 or 6 bad memories and that's what we use. I said, Dad, there were 95 or 94 really good memories that are going to far outweigh the 5 or 6 bad ones. I said, so I don't look at it that way. I said, and if you're saying I'm a better dad than you were, then that's a compliment to you because you taught me what you were supposed to do. You did your job. And it was just a great like having a great day with my kids and then having that conversation with my dad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we were both on the phone, we were both crying. He was kind of morphined up though, so that might have had something to do with it. But
what's your excuse?
I might have been morphined up.
The hair transplant really.
Yeah, I tried to pull it off. It was getting hot, and the Gorilla Glue was really itchy. But no, it was just a really cool conversation to have, just because we were coming into the show this week, and it was a cool experience to have coming into this.
I kind of want to close this out with this question. If your kids learn nothing else from you, what is the one thing? If your kids could only learn one thing from you, what is the one thing that you would wish it would be?
Love everybody the way I love you.
Did you know that question was coming?
No, but it's what I'm closing up with.
Wow.
What you got, Shawn?
I'm sorry. I was reading prayer requests. I apologize.
The hairs in his ears.
It's really like, it's
if your kids only ever learned one thing from you, what would you want it to be?
To continue and be better than I am now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just do things because it's the right thing. Like just love because love is the most important thing in the world.
Do what's right.
Yeah.
Just do what's right. Like, and I know that's very vague, but do what's right means, continue believing in God, be honest, be truthful, respect.
That's a lot of things. I said
It
one
is,
thing.
but it all falls under that one. Do the right thing.
Yeah, I think that was a cheap answer.
Do
It's
the right
cheating answer.
No, it's the truth.
So my thing would be, don't always do what's easy. And by that I mean Allison came home and she was talking to me about a kid that was getting picked on the bus. And I said it's easier to join in with the crowd that's picking on somebody. It's harder to stand up for the one that's hurting. So that would be the thing is, of course, and I think we all, number one, would say, teach them to love God. But secondly, I would say stand up for the people, stand up for people who are broken. Stand up for people who are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't screw a cap on a bottle right in front of the
I
microphone.
thought he was like this in my ear.
If I
I even tried to put it down so it was out of the way.
if there was a second thing, it'd be don't screw the cap on right in front of the microphone.
That would
If
be
you're ever on a
very-
podcast, yeah, that'd be.
My bad.
So what I want to close up with is it's not the church's job to raise your kids. It's not our job to raise your kids. It's your job to raise your kids. And I think as Christians, it's crucial. It's crucial for us to raise our kids in the way of God. I think that if we mold our kids in that way, then we're really doing our part in keeping that going, right? We always seem to blame teachers and blame stars on TV. Oh, my kids are watching you. What are you doing? Well, you're the one letting them watch that to begin with, right?
Video games.
Video games and all that. So it's very crucial for you guys as parents, for us as parents to really, it's like I said, it's not the church's job to be parents to those kids. And
That's so good.
If we just do our own part, with just our very own kids, forget everybody else for right now, just our very own kids. If we can bring them up in the way of God and instill that in them, then they're going to do that to their kids, right? And then you got that ball rolling. Then you got a good thing going. I think a lot of parents these days tend to put that parenting on somebody else, and I think that we got to reevaluate that.
It drives me crazy when I hear people say, well, we got to bring prayer back into our schools. Why? Teach it in your homes. You teach it in your homes, your kids will know they can pray at school anytime they want.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Why do I want my teacher teaching my kid how to pray? I want to teach my kid how to pray.
Right. And the other thing is what I was talking about earlier. I said all this right now, but if you're not actually living that life that you're teaching your kids to live, they're not going to do it.
That's that old saying, more is caught than is taught.
Amen.
And it's good because I don't teach a lot.
Yeah.
I just, I just hope my kids, see that, hardworking, God-fearing. And
Yeah.
That's how I learned. That's how I learned, like, work ethic and everything. Like, my dad never had to tell me. Like, I just saw him, like, constantly going to work and doing what was supposed to be done, which is why once I got older, I'm like, it basically like, hey, if you can breathe and you can walk, you're going to work.
Yeah.
It's not like no sick days, no time off,
Yeah.
but not anymore.
That's what Derek Jeter said, too.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jonathan just said sometimes it does take a village, though. And I think, again, that's back on us. If you're hanging around with people that don't think like or are doing the wrong thing, that's not helping. If you're like us, we're coming to church. We hang out together. We do stuff together. We're hanging around with like-minded people. We're putting our kids in a better position to have a better chance at life, as opposed to like if I was living my old life, I wasn't giving my kids a chance at anything. I was teaching them how to party and drink and do all the wrong thing. Where now, they can see a much better way of living. Like the fact that Andres made a decision on his own 2 years ago to get baptized at teen camp. I didn't push him into that. I got baptized 2 years before that and wanted him to do it with me, but I gave him the opportunity not to so he could make his own decision. Then out of the clear blue, he called me from camp, said, Dad, I want to get baptized tomorrow. So the dad in me is like, no, wait till you come. But the pastor in me is like, hey, do it now. If God's calling you, do it now. Get it done. And then me and Teresa drove up that night and had dinner with him and stuff at camp. Cool. But yeah, I think, living that example, bringing the village, like bringing the church, having a church family, hanging out with people that have the same like mindset it's huge on our part. Making good decisions on our end will, again, reflect back in what our kids do and how they act.
Cool. I want to bring one thing that I forgot. It's
Like
something-
earlier,
it's-
you wouldn't
it's
talk, and
something
now we're
that-
trying to close
Yeah,
the
what
show,
the-
and you won't stop.
It's something that Dave actually told us, and it's something that he teaches his girls or tells his girls, and I always mess it up. And it's something like, you know, he tells his girls, "I'm going to go to heaven one day, and I want you to come with me one day." Is that something?
I want you to come meet me there.
come meet me there. You know,
That's where I'll be. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I want you to come meet me there.
And when he told me that, it really hit me because again, it's the importance of. All right, it's just another way to bring Jesus and let them know, hey, listen, I'm gonna be in heaven. Death happens. We're all gonna die. It's just what happens, right? But to teach them at an early age of Jesus, of heaven, of all that amazing stuff that we know, right? I just think it's a beautiful thing. I think you guys are all doing a phenomenal job raising your kids. And I think it's important what you said, too, about bringing them around people that are like-minded, you know? And, yeah,
I said that earlier in the show. I said I'm glad my son sees me around you guys because you guys are.
And I
He needs-
appreciate that.
He needs to have some sort of role model in his life.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow. That's funny, son. You know, you're being really.
Yeah, he's over there.
different
He's
lately.
just he's having.
I
a
mean,
good
I
time.
remember the one time he came in and didn't even ask for your autograph. So.
You know,
Just saying, he's got a
okay. Salt in the
collection.
wound. Salt in the wound. Yeah. Let's take us out in prayer, please.
All right, before I go around there, because I want to make sure I know why I'm praying, but what's going on in Texas? I'm lost with the Texas
Is
thing.
this
Oh.
the car accident? Is this
No, the
what it
4
is?
million people right now in Texas that went green. They have no power now, and it's record breaking below freezing
Oh, wow.
temperatures down there.
Oh wow.
And it's not a good situation. That's
When you
going on in
said
Texas.
they went-
4 million people without.
What do you mean they went?
No,
Oh, is
they're
that-
just on their own power supply.
They're on their own power
Power
supply.
network.
They went green, and this power supply lost power.
It's
What?
so it doesn't. It's not making. That's the windmill thing, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So they're not producing enough juice to.
I have some reading
Is that?
to do. when
I just
get
want
home.
if Betty, if you could let me know on that, because she's the one that had asked. I want to make sure I'm praying for the right thing on that, just because I'm confused. I hadn't heard everything.
Yeah.
So
There's like 4 million families without power right now, and they all.
oh wow. So let me go around the room, Betty. Again, if you could answer that, if that's what you were looking at, just let me know real
Well,
quick.
the
just
cool
so-
thing about prayer is God knows, so you just pray for the
That's
people
true.
in
Yeah,
Texas.
There is. Just pray for Texas.
I
And,
guess we're
Texas.
confused, but we can look it up later.
yeah, we can look it up later. God
Yeah.
knows what's going on. So, Dave, what do you got this week?
I'm just going to be praying for my mom, man. It's been a rough week, and she's dealing with a cancer diagnosis that's not looking great, and, just taking it one day at a time. But my mom is the lady who stands in the church with, when the music plays, with both hands reach to the heavens. So, whether God decides to take her tonight or, 30 years from now, she's going to heaven. I'm going to meet her there one day.
Amen. Tom?
Well, I mean, I want to pray for my brother David and his family.
What's going on with him?
He's a bully, and I'm trying to make him change.
I understand.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Elijah?
Your mom's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's amazing. Same as.
Close. All right. I want to pray for my dad. He had surgery last week, and he got moved into a rehab today. So,
Is that a praise?
no, he's got a long road ahead of him. He had
Okay.
He had 4 disc fuses in his neck. Had to have a cyst removed from his spinal cord, and there was some spinal cord damage from one of the discs that was bad. So
And this is the morphine.
this is that's what the
Yeah,
morphine
okay.
comes into play. So yeah, so he's it looks good. They're saying like 6-month recovery time. But he lives on a second floor apartment. So, thank you, Betty, for clarifying that. I appreciate it. But yeah, so he can't go up the steps. He has no leg strength. So they put him in rehab so he can get ready to go back. Luckily, no permanent damage to the spine, they said. So he's looking good, but they're looking like a 6-month rehab stint.
I have to tell you real quick, since you talk about your dad, when my dad was in the hospital, he was under sedation for like a week. He had his surgery. He's awake. He's responsive. Can't do a lot of talking, but he's a lot better.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, Sarah?
I'm good for this week, thank you.
All right. Little Lee?
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing my dad said.
Pop up. All right. All right. I think, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I got everybody. All right. Let's do this. Father God, we come to you with so much joy and thanks in our hearts. One, you've given us the opportunity to have a part in your plan by giving us children of our own so that we could better understand how things work in your eyes. Because we know that we are challenging, we are a pain in your behind. We don't always listen. Well, we probably never listen. But you still love us, you still forgive us, and you're always right there to pick us up when we step on a Lego and fall down. So, Father, thank you for that. This week, we want to pray for Lois. Lois, she just, such an amazing woman of God. You know that, Lord. She's with you every day. She talks to you. She knows you like a friend, Lord. So be with her in this time. Bring comfort. Bring healing. We claim that. We know that you can work miracles, Lord, so we ask that you would do that now. You would be with her and heal her and make your presence known, Lord, in this situation. For David and his family, for whatever it is they're going through, the fact they have to deal with Tom, Lord, that's it's always a struggle for all of us. But whatever David and his family are going through, Lord, be with them, bring comfort, bring knowledge, bring wisdom. For Elijah's dad, Lord, help him be on the continue on the road to recovery. Help him get better and stronger every day. Keep him right in your palm, Lord. Always. Keep him safe. Keep him healthy. My dad as well, Lord. Like, help see him through this recovery process. Help see him get past it, come out stronger and better on the other side. For the Haynes family, who is dealing with a difficult time right now, who is facing some very, very difficult struggles, Lord, be with them, bring comfort. Just keep them in your arms, Lord. Embrace them and show them the way. For Randy's mom, Lord, be with her through all of her issues. Excuse me. Through everything she's going through, Lord, be with her, right beside her. For Lizette's unspoken prayer, Lord, you know what it is. You know how to handle that, Lord, and we know that you will. Lord, for the 3 teens that we have graduating this year at RCN, and for all of our graduating teens this year across the United States, and there are some decisions to be made, futures held in your hands, Lord. Let whatever we have taught our children be passed into them and help them make the good decisions moving forward in their life, Lord. Lord, for Texas, it's a bad time of year to be without electric, especially with storms that are coming through that aren't normally native to Texas, Lord. Having severe cold, ice, storms. Lord, just be with those people. Help them get through this, Lord. Find whatever people are trying to help. Just be with them. Keep people safe. Keep people warm. Embrace them, Lord, the only way you can. As Lord, we see you at work every day. Every day in our lives, you are doing something new and something amazing, and you are teaching us because you are the great Father. You never stop teaching us. You never stop loving us. You never stop giving us wisdom to pour into our kids to help bring them closer to you, Lord. So, Lord, across the globe, help your children grow a better relationship in you. Draw us closer to you, Lord. Show us your plan and show us how to bring our brothers and sisters that don't know you back into the family, Lord. Because there are so many out in the cold right now. There are so many out there lost and broken and hurting. So, Lord, give us the ability and the strength and the knowledge to pass on and show your love to those who need it most, Lord. We ask all these things in the precious name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Well, we just went past Valentine's Day, and if you forgot to give somebody that you love a present, I think sharing the Prodigal Sons podcast with them is a wonderful present. If you have an ex that you don't like, I think sharing the Prodigal Sons podcast with them is an excellent way to tell them that you don't like them.
How do you share?
You just go on Facebook and share, and then you just send them the thing. You guys have anything else you want? You guys have anything else you want to say today?
Nah.
I'm good.
Well, this has been episode
48.
48. Join us next week for episode 49.
Was the podcast founded in 2019?
2020.
2020.
Pandemic style, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, we 2020 here.
Well, if we made you laugh, if we made you think, we definitely didn't do that.
Didn't make me
No, absolutely not.
Jonathan did.
Please click that like button on this Facebook live stream. Share it with a friend. You can also jump on Spotify,
I'm on Spotify now.
YouTube, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. We're famous.
Aren't we?
Not really.
Okay.
In our own minds.
Wherever you get your favorite podcast, just type in the Prodigal Sons. If you see the black background with the cool looking cross, that's us. Click subscribe. And we'll send you some money or something. No, we won't. But
We'll pray for you.
We'll definitely pray for
We'll definitely pray for you.
the quote of the day is from a man named Walt Disney.
Wow.
I've heard of him.
Some things are good, and they are the strongest things. But there are evil things too, and you are not doing a child a favor by trying to shield him from reality. The important thing is to teach a child that good can always triumph over evil. Love you, everybody. Have a great week.
That was a dope one.
Love you all.
I like that one.
See you next Tuesday night.
Thank you guys for watching
God
us.
bless.
Thank you for watching us. Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you for